further forward for much of this season, Toni Kroos, but having to sit in the holding role alongside Schweinsteiger tonight, given the absence of Luis Gustavo through suspension. 3 missing for Bayern, remember, 4. Foot was high.
He's made like 10 metres from his left back position to do the covering against the centre forward. Superb. Ask yourself, where was David Luiz? Chelsea are here. I mean, Chelsea, I'll repeat it again, they're not doing particularly well. They can't get the ball, and when they do, they're not particularly good with it. But they've got to be very careful, Bayern Munich, not to rest in a lack of confidence, thinking that, well, Chelsea are not doing very well, and we're having bad luck because we're not scoring. They're just going to keep carrying on, maintain the patience, and not get their head down, Bayern Munich.
Haven't found goals, did he? Goals got in the way of a couple of efforts going goals.
And I believe you know that.
There's not much on it in blue, I'll give you that much.
Destiny, destiny.
And what of Roberto Di Matteo now? Are they still not going to give him the job? Are they still going to appoint somebody like Fabio Capello, who is here tonight? Schweinsteiger, look at this, Michael. You said as they came up for penalties, somebody won't sleep tonight. Very few of these guys will. They dominated the game, couldn't kill Chelsea off, missed their chances and missed from the spot.
And then emulated Liverpool in '84, won the cup away from home. What joy for Chelsea fans.
Unbelievable.
What joy for Roman Abramovich. So much is invested in this team. So much money, so much passion. And for the first time in their history, Chelsea champions of Europe.
Will live with these players for the rest of their lives.
I mean, Robin's had a nightmare. He's had so much ball. He's not been at all productive with all the possessions out.
Well, there's the happiest man around, surely. It's Roman Abramovich. This is what he wanted when he bought Chelsea. This was the trophy he wanted more than any other. And 8 years after buying the club, he's got it. That famous trophy, bedecked in blue and white. Didier Drogba, scorer on 88 minutes with that bullet header. Scorer of the decisive penalty.
That was an unbelievable header. That equalising goal was enormous. We've won a semi-final in over 180 minutes against Barcelona, and I think we've had 4 shots at goal in 180 minutes. There are 3 shots at goal tonight, and they're the champions of Europe.
It's Ivanovic that's on the crossbar. Didier Drogba across to Iron Robin, former teammates at Stamford Bridge, of course. Ivanovic, the cheerleader for Chelsea, couldn't play tonight. John Terry will lead Chelsea up with Frank Lampard shortly. How different it might have been had Iron Robin put away that penalty in extra time. And let's not forget they were ahead in the shootout too. Lahm, Gomez, Neuer had all scored before Olic had his effort saved, and then Schweinsteiger had his effort just turned onto the post by Bennett. Cup victories for Chelsea. Now he's scored in the Champions League final. 4 years ago, sent off in Moscow. Tonight, he's the hero of heroes in blue.
And better check.
And better check for his saves. And I just think now, Michael, 2 things. Firstly, I wonder where Andre Villas-Boas is right now. He might be listening to us. And secondly, spare a thought for Tottenham Hotspur and their supporters, because Chelsea's victory tonight takes them out of the Champions League next season. They're in the Europa League.
It's been a shame for Tottenham Hotspur, sure it is. I don't think Tottenham will sign the problem.
He won't play for them if they're not in the Champions League. Well, there they are.
It's only a touch of the Muller goal. But I think he's got to be really sick with himself. Of making the change, taking Muller off. And then you needed Muller in the next half an hour to try and win the game back again. And he took him off. But no, Robin never caused him problems. Robin never caused him problems at any time at Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole was... They've got a double handful with him. They've got no chance of...
Chelsea have formed a guard of honour for Bayern Munich and the officials here. Bosinga finally creates the space for the referee, Pedro Proença. 5. Didier Drogba is up there. Man of the match with his equaliser and his winning penalty. John Terry is there, suspended for the match, but up as the club captain to help tonight's captain, Frank Lampard, lift up the trophy with the big ears, the one Chelsea have been chasing ever since Roman Abramovich bought the club 8 years ago. Well, tonight, on May the 19th, 2012, the Champions League trophy is going to belong to Chelsea Football Club. They've waited this long, they might as well wait a couple seconds more. Chelsea are Champions League winners. What scenes, Michael? What scenes? Do you remember these? It takes you back to 84?
Can't remember.
Yes.
An immense...
That's a nice moment. That's a nice moment. The owner is up there. Keeps such a low profile, doesn't he? But he was there on the biggest night of all for Chelsea. Trophy handed to him by the man who played such a big part in winning it for him. Did he? Me. That's what Mario Gomez is thinking. Could have been as football can be, such a cruel game.
But they must be thinking, Bayern Munich players, how on earth have we lost this? Well, they lost on penalties. But in 120 minutes, they haven't been able to perforate the goal of Mitrovic in occasions.
Yeah. Two of the suspended four, John Terry and Raul Meireles, get their hands on it, get their moments of glory. Trophy is passed on the line. Everybody gets their moment, their own little celebratory moment. While there are more tears on the pitch for the Bayern players.
That was for punishment. If I was them now, I was just going to a taxi.
Yeah.
I was going to a taxi now, but I'm going home.
Well, I'm sat here watching Mario Gomez, who's got his back to the presentation, but he's sat. You can just see him there, left of your screen. He sat there for a good 10 minutes, as though he's not quite taken this all in. now Roberto Di Matteo has been given the trophy. Such a popular figure.
Beaten Bayern Munich in their garden. In their back garden. Amazing.
That's what it's all about, that trophy. Frank Lampard's not going to let go of it for a while yet. Turns 34 in the summer and was dropped for that game in Napoli in February. His days at Chelsea looked as though they were about to come to an end. It was Villas-Boas that was shown the door, not Lampard. A true pro that he is. Lives to laugh last. More trophies for Chelsea this season. More photos for the albums. More medals for the cabinet. UEFA Champions